Thank you for subscribing in Telepathy and listening to my videos and my channel. And today I have a very good topic, and I always talk about how education is important. And in my book, I talk about how you have to learn about your body and how important it is about your body and understanding the functions of your body. And I have the presentation of National Geographic, the brain discovery and the ways your mind works. So it's a very interesting topic when it talks about a new era neuro science, and when we talk about the brain and of the functions of the brain, as you can see right here, the thymp- thimpus right here, and this is the cerebrum. This is right here what they call the reptilian part of your brain. And right here you have your pineal gland, which the pineal gland is a lot of times talk about the sixth sense. And when we talk about the sixth sense, we have to really get into a big deep topic, and we're going to keep learning a little bit more about this sixth sense later on in this book. And I just want to show you, like I said, is very important of you knowing how the brain functions. Like you have neurons, and this is the exo, where your neurons and the energy goes, and you uh, have some chemicals released, and it is your brain is 3 pounds 1.4 kilograms. So it's very important of understanding the concepts, of the perceptions, and because it's like a highway inside your brain. And when we come to this this is prosopagnosia, and this is a disease. What that is, that people who forget. I don't know if you ever seen a movie on Adam Sandler. It's a very good movie where he finds this woman that he loves, and he marries her, and all of a sudden, prosopagnosia, I'm sorry, she develops it in her brain. So what that means is that she cannot recognize face. Every morning she forgets the face of the person that is right next to him. And it's very interesting of how people can live, and how they can be among us, and we wouldn't know the difference if from an ordinary person. And it is amazing how the body, or the brain can adapt. Well, it's basically both, right? The brain and also the body can adapt, because the brain, you can have more knowledge, and the body, you can either physically enhance yourself to a better capability of having uh, gymnastic types uh, abilities. So this person right here, she's a coach, and she was learned at 44 years old that she had this disease, and until that age she realized that. And she always felt, as a young person, that she was normal, but she used it in a different way of how your sense, how you can adapt, how you can change to your environment and to whatever you're going through. So Your brain is a network. It works in network. In the society, we work in networks, and it's so amazing how quantum explains the way we live and the structure that exists. And like I said, there's always the sixth sense, right? So when we're talking about sixth sense, we're talking about I'll give you an example. Your hair are the ones that give you the temperature of what you have, what you feel. Iceman, as I explained to a lot of people, and on my book, Dr. Wolfman explains that he is able to be in the North Pole with his shorts in submit underwater. Anyone who would do that would probably die of hemothermia. So it's hypothermia. So it's very interesting on this understanding of what it is, the sixth sense, because there is like gut feeling. There's called a law of attraction. So all these elements are is something that we need to understand, and it is like we have the hearing, the touching, and sometimes sensory sublights, but any kind of key sense for navigation the world is your brain knowledge of where your body is at all times. So it's very interesting. As I was explaining, it's a very good magazine, but and it's either having an ability of seeing colors as letters, and these are people who have these abilities. This is a sense that they have it, and this is what it talks about being able to see colors. But when you see colors, these people, they see letters. So it's like precognition, in that sort of term. And it's just so amazing how the brain functions, and we need an MRI, to see these types of images, and what early age a child can start learning. It's how the capability of a parent knowing how to educate a child. It is very hard when we live in a world where the government is not for us. The government is to control, is to keep order. And we do not understand that. Well, not all the people in the world don't understand that they believe that they live in a world where they're secure, and it's not secure, because any day could happen, something terrible can happen, an accident can happen to you. And it's very interesting how this shows that the brain waves comes not up, I mean down, up down, but it comes down up, I'm sorry. And that's what it shows. So, and also on the taste buds, that's another sense that you have, which you have to understand of how it is, because you have different taste buds in your tongue. So this is so um, very important. The gut, like I said, you have a gut brain. It talks about gut brain. Yeah, I really recommend this book, this magazine. I'm sorry, the sense of smell. You have to understand the manipulation of the mind, and how most people who are successful, they are manipulators. You and how there's people that they do not feel their pain. They do not feel because they have a disease. It's just explaining to you. And let me see something. I'm sorry. This is this is like telepathy, but it's a machine that they have made so that people can talk to each other, but it's through a machine. And as I was saying about the painless person, and see, learning how to hack your brain, knowing about the drugs and how the drugs can affect you. This is and the problem with conscience and what it is conscience, having a little bit of understanding of the conscience and how the uh, and REM, which that is like a deep sleep, uh, and your still mind is still functioning. Meanwhile, your body is resting. So, where's the conscience on that? It has a very great. Awesome topics where I talk about the anatomy of empathy, which when you learn, people learn about how to be intelligent emotionally. They're very good at problem solving. And even a person is going through an operation. They're going through an operation and they're playing the saxophone. And how is that? Can and that person being in having amnesia? What's it called? Anesthetics. I'm sorry. Anesthesia. They're being anesthetic, using that medicine or chemical, what it is, and they're putting it into sleep, and they're still able to do the function as talk to you, sing. How is that? Where's the conscience on that? So it has a lot of great uh, topics, and I think as on my book I explain these types of things. But I really recommend it. Even talks about access of deep brain, and how I was explaining to you about the person being able to be asleep and being able to talk to someone. And this one is very interesting. If you're a skeptic about conscious and wonder about conscience. And as I was explaining to you, this is a very great book. I really recommend it. If I would give it fives, I would give it 10. And as I was always explaining to you how important it is economy, and I want to make a video about economy and also that you can get more investment. So one of the basics and most important things about economy is customers report. You read about this and you get this magazine and you learn. You learn about the great products, the best things. You learn what is healthy and what is not healthy, and you gives a lot of great information as this is given about pills and how the um, pills like Prozac, fish oil. Fish oil is really good. It's let me see, an inflammatory. So a lot of our diseases is inflammatory. So it's against chronic inflammation. So it's really good for the future. It's good for risk of cancer. heart disease, diabetes, and some other health problems. So calcium pills, which is strengthening the bones, and lower levels may risk of bone loss or fractures. So these are very important, and we can get these in our daily food, and is what I recommend. But what I'm trying to make you aware is that how important it is to you to get these types of substance. So I really recommend you getting this, learning about vitamins and learning about your body. Thank you for watching again, and I'll be having the next video coming up.